Aw, Brandon kept his curly high top fade. Okay, Brandon, I see you. You still have the same man bun energy, though. Hey, what's up and hello? This is the Chris Nicole bringing you my views on life, love, and the world of entertainment through my eyes. And this is my review on Love and Marriage Detroit Season 2, Episode 1, Back to the D. So, forgive me, crew. I totally forgot this show was coming back out, but I'm here. We're here. So, we start off with Christina, and she is singing an Ode Negro spiritual, and she's in the kitchen in a house. Not the penthouse, but a house. And Brandon comes over with clothes in his hands. Let me repeat myself. Brandon comes over with clothes in his hands. Now, they have two daughters. Those don't look like little girl clothes. And he gives them to Christina. And Christina says, okay, you can't wash these yourself. So at that point, I said, what the hell is going on here? Well, we find out that they're separated. They're not divorced, but they're separated. So if you're separated, why are you washing his dirty drawers? I'm a little confused. And Christina talks about how she settled. That's the way I took it, that she settled in her marriage and tried to pretty much just stay quiet for the sake of keeping her marriage. But she has learned that she can't do that anymore. All right. And so Brandon is talking to her. They're talking to each other and they're going back and forth like they did the first season. But Christina comes out in the open and says, our wedding day, pretty much, she saw the red flags then. She said on their wedding day, Brandon was like, I thought I was having a good time. Christina said, you were with your boys looking at other females and talking about their body parts at our wedding. Yeah. Christina, I just, I don't get it. I don't know how old they were. I feel like they were like maybe in their late 20s, early 30s. I don't know. But child, if that wasn't a red flag to you, I just don't know. And she said she felt uncomfortable. She felt like he should be just focused on her, which is true. But we later find out why he wasn't focused on her. But at that point, she starts to cry because Brandon says that he's there because of God. And she's like, so you're here because of God, not because really you want to be here and you want to be with me. And she starts to cry and she's giving that ugly cry. Although I don't think Christina can really give an ugly cry. She's such a beautiful girl. But she says, she's tired. And Brandon is just there with no emotions on his face. He is truly his mother's child. And, at that point, she's just like, I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired. And he was like, I'm here and let God take care of the rest. I don't think God is in y'all marriage. And yes, people can get married and not have God in their marriage. Did you guys go to marriage counseling before you got married? Like, I just don't think they're a good match. I think they got married for all the superficial reasons or all the religious reasons. Christina, superficial and religious maybe, and Brandon, definitely superficial. So we see Colby and Russell, and Colby is pregnant. She looks so beautiful pregnant, like she carries very well. And they're on their second baby and they're having an ultrasound. And of course, they are on separate pages yet again because he says he wants 3 kids. And she's like, after this baby, we're done. Because at this point, they have a little girl, beautiful girl, and he wants a boy, and she says she doesn't want to get her hopes up because she thought her daughter was a boy and she was disappointed. And she says, look, if this is a girl, you're just a girl dad and you're not getting a boy. And he's like, if it's another girl, let's try for another child. So you already know Kobe, she's trying to control the situation. She's like, absolutely not. So Man Bun goes to his mama's house, and I'm like, why? For what? They don't have a relationship. Neither one of them really are in tune with their emotions. It was like watching paint dry. And so he's living with his mother. And another reason, why? Why are you living with your mama? Is this just for the TV show? Because I can't even see him living with his mother. And why is it that every time he goes over to his mama's house, we saw the last episode or the last season, she had a cake for him. This time she has a plate with like 2 strawberry cupcakes. Like, what the hell is this? Like, do you really just have baked goods like that on your table all the time? Come on now. But anywho, with that being said, he talks to his mom about how he is separated from Christina, but they're not getting a divorce. And the mother is like, well, not yet. Misery needs company, huh, mama? So at that point, though, Brandon says, I feel like Christina treats me like a project. And the mother says, well, I agree with that. But at the same time, she also says, you know, you and your daddy are kind of similar. Taking care of your father was like taking care of another kid. And he just did nothing but work. And Brandon was like, I work. I take care of all the bills. All Christina has to do is take care of the household and take care of the kids. And the mother's like, well, that can be overwhelming too. And so I think a lot of men have that mentality that if I'm taking care of all the bills, it should just be easy for you to take care of the household and take care of the kids. Both jobs can be very demanding, okay? They can. So at that point, one thing that the mother also says is that, well, this is what happens when you marry someone after 6 months. So yeah, we find out Christina and Brandon got married after 6 months. Now here's my thing. You have people that get married after 6 months and they're fine. Hell, after 3 months, they're fine. They're just not fine because they weren't really meant to be together. But Brandon is like, oh, yeah, you got a point because look, I was trying to hit it and she said no freaky tales before marriage, so I was speeding up the process. So in other words, I was speeding up the process so I can test the waters and get a sample. You know, use my equipment. Okay? Get into that toolbox. So I'm like, you know what, Brandon? Like at this point, you don't have Christina's back. You feel like she doesn't have your back. You embarrass her every chance you get. You throw her under the bus every chance you get. You pretty much just said in front of your mother and in front of the world that you only married her to hit it. You man bun piece of shit. New couple alert. Kimberly and Marcel. Okay? They have a girl and a boy, beautiful kids, of course. And Kimberly has her own brand. I think it's called Posh and Popular. And Marcel works in the real estate industry. And they're friends with Anthony and Latoya. Yeah. Uh-huh. So, of course, they meet up with Anthony and Latoya. And I just knew they were going to have a new couple on here, another couple that has an issue with either Christina, Brandon, or both. And so they have dinner and they play these stupid games like, what is it? What is the damn game called? Never Have I Ever. And we find out that Anthony is the crybaby wild child. I guess apparently he has had freaky tales in his parents' bed. He done did a whole bunch of stuff. But anywho, we find out Kimberly doesn't like Christina. She said they met at a fashion show. They hit it off. They had a friendship. And she said she realized that while she has Christina's back, Christina doesn't have her back. And I don't like the fact that Anthony was like, I didn't even know you knew them. Yes, the hell you did. Let's stop playing these damn games. You don't like Brandon. You don't like Christina. Latoya is the same thing. Y'all trying to do everything y'all can to ruin this couple for whatever reason. So my thing is this, though. Is it possible? Is it possible that Christina is either misunderstood or she's that girl who's only a friend when it's convenient for her? Is it possible? You know you have girls like that. They're only friends when it's convenient. Meaning that if they're going through it with their man, it's convenient to talk and to lash out about all of the drama going on with their man. But if things are good with their man, you don't hear from them. Or I'm contacting you because business-wise, it just makes sense and we can be friends right now, but the moment I don't need you, we're no longer friends. Maybe she's a friend that's all about convenience and opportunity and that's it, which means she's an associate. Maybe she's just not, she has a sister. She has her own biological sister. Maybe she's one of those girls where she sees women for the most part as associates and that's it. I don't know, but it seems like everyone hates Christina and I hope we get to the bottom of this season. Christina and Kobe meet up and Kobe says Christina hasn't called her. They haven't spoken since the reunion. So it's coming off like Christina only wants to have a conversation in front of the cameras. At least that's the way I feel that Kobe was explaining it. That, oh, I thought we were going to actually get together after the reunion, be able to be friends again, but I haven't heard from you. I'm also, though, one of those people where if you really want the friendship, send out a text. Say something. Like, I don't know. I don't feel like it always has to be that person. It's not like Christina slept with her husband. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that situation to me, it got so much deeper. And I think because it was too many people involved in the nonsense, Latoya. But honestly, I feel like Kobe, if she really wants the friendship, she would reach out also. I think this is also a friendship that's really not there. And I don't think it's going to happen. So while they're talking, Kobe just looks over it. She looks over it and like she's only sitting down with Christina for the show. Even when Christina started crying, saying, you know, look, I can't fight with you and fight with my husband. Like, I can't. I'm tired of fighting. Kobe was just looking at her like, bitch, I don't care. Good luck. Like, are we done? Cut. Next scene. That was the vibes I was getting. Bravo and his wife Lakita are, I guess, regulars now, and they're celebrating their 1 year anniversary, I guess, for their restaurant / bar. And as soon as Kobe sits down, she wants to talk to Anthony, Latoya, Bravo, and Lakita about her meetup with Christina. And of course, Latoya gives the stank face immediately because she hates the fact that Kobe is still even talking to Christina. Because as soon as Kobe says Christina's name, her face scrunches up and she's like, how many weeks are you? 22 weeks? Oh, okay. In other words, it took her that long to reach out to you. I'm not saying Christina is perfect. And at this point, I'm waiting to see exactly who Christina really is. But with all the drama that she got going on, allegedly, when it comes to Brandon and her separating, some people go ghost to deal with their own personal drama. And they not trying to deal with the friendship drama on top of that. Maybe that's just it. Latoya, mind your damn business. Brandon and Christina enter the restaurant, and Anthony is trying to call out Christina's pink jacket, saying it looks like a pink poodle. Look, Anthony, it may look like a pink poodle to you, but at least she's not a pink poodle like you. And so they're filming with each other because that whole exchange was not genuine. Everybody was being fake with each other at that table. And then the next thing you know, Kimberly and Marcel walk in and things get uncomfortable. Christina is like, oh, Kimberly is here. And then the episode goes off. I give this episode a C plus. It was just okay, but I'm curious to see what this season will bring. Of course, I love the first season. Let's hope Carlos King doesn't F it up. So with that being said, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on my next video. Toodles.